Japanese taiko, the earth-shaking drumming tradition that resonates with Japan's cultural soul. Taiko quite literally translates to drum in Japanese, so today taiko is known both domestically and internationally as being a virtuosic and militaristically precise massed percussion ensemble. I'm Ruairi and I'm a percussionist, and I have long been inspired by the thunderous rhythms of Japanese taiko drumming, where ritual, rhythm and music merge into a powerful, even spiritual phenomenon. To experience taiko is an incredible thing, but my goodness, is it intense. The concentration and dedication of the players is quite remarkable, and the sound, you're unlikely to hear any other drumming tradition as loud as the thundering rhythms of the taiko. Despite taiko's universal appeal, I've realised how little I know about this enigmatic tradition and want to learn more. Through this documentary, we'll explore the art of taiko, which has evolved rapidly over the last 50 years. It's a relatively new tradition, though with ancient roots, and it's as complex and as nuanced as Japan itself. Come with me as I journey into this remarkable tradition, meeting the players and personalities who have shaped its history and are crafting its future. So, let's start from the very beginning. Whilst drumming in Japan goes back many thousands of years, taiko drumming as we know it today is a relatively new phenomenon. It was as recent as the 1964 Tokyo Olympics that marks the first time Japanese taiko drums were performed on an international stage. Previously, taiko was primarily an ancient percussion instrument used in regional folk performing arts, shrine and temple events, in gagaku, Japan's oldest traditional performing arts ensemble, and as an accompaniment to no and kabuki theatre. Over the past 6 decades, taiko has evolved and spread globally to become an art form beloved by people worldwide. Tokyo is a city renowned for its modernity, though it was here during the middle of the 20th century that the ancient art of taiko drumming was reimagined. Interestingly, my journey into the tradition starts in one of Tokyo's most modern districts, Akihabara, better known as Electric City for its neon lights, electronic stores, video game arcades, and of course anime culture. But it's also home to one of Tokyo's oldest taiko dynasties. As taiko became more and more popular during the middle of the 20th century, a number of different groups formed here in Tokyo, one of which is Oedo Sukeroku, a very famous taiko group. We're about to meet with the team now here in the dojo and learn more about this style, which has informed so many different styles of taiko, not just here in Japan, but all across the world. It's hard to believe that such an important part of taiko history is tucked away a mere stone throw from the buzzing lights of Akihabara.
So it's by the river and the 2 railways is running, so it's a perfect place to make noise. Here is our dojo. 失礼します。
In the building's basement, the group's founder, Seido Kobayashi, is warming up. He founded the group in 1959, very much at the beginning of the taiko boom.
太鼓打ち始めた時に邦楽、日本の邦楽、歌舞伎のいろんなバックミュージックですね、今でいうそういう先生に基本的なことを習って本当に良かったなっていうのが今につながって感謝してます。1944年生まれで、それで12歳、その頃から盆踊りの太鼓をね。基本的には打つための無駄な力がなくて、美しいキレのあるスピード感とかコントロールですね。強弱、強い音と弱い音、それを右左バランスをちゃんと同じように打てること、そしてなんですかその中で一つワーンっていうくるくるポンとか2人で 打つとか、そういうねことが一つのね舞台作る上でうちの特色ですね。
Mizuho Zako represents the new generation of Oedo Sukeroku's leadership and told me a little more about the cultural backdrop to the group's foundation.
After the World War II, people lost everything in Tokyo. Tokyo was totally burned down. But fortunately, we had a vast area. So what the people revived as their tradition was the summer festival. It's called Obon.
Obon.
Obon is a period of time when we welcome the dead spirit coming back from heaven to spend some time, maybe 1 week or 10 days, with the living people. And then while that period, we have Bon Dance Festival. Yeah, that was a very revival of the Tokyo local culture after the World War.
This reimagining of the traditional regional styles of taiko is credited to Daiichi Oguchi, originally a jazz drummer and the first to transform taiko into a massed ensemble of choreographed drummers known as kumi daiko, which, whilst new in presentation, was ancient in philosophy. Would you say that the group really is a representation of the Tokyo style of taiko?
That's very true. Yes, Sukeroku Taiko was a kind of symbol for the people to show the energy of a revival after the war.
When you were playing together with your colleagues, how do you feel?
When we can feel we are making one sound out of 4 or out of 10, we can feel the unity and solidarity, by playing taiko. This sound always cure us, encourage us, give us the energy to step forward.
One of the many refreshing things about Oedo Sukeroku is the gender balance within the group. Taiko has traditionally been a machismo, male-dominated practice, though more recently it has become a more inclusive space welcoming anyone passionate about taiko. Corrine Quentin, originally from Toulouse in France, joined the group in the late 1980s and shared more about the great progress being made. It's so fantastic to see a group of young women playing downstairs.
Yes.
Taiko wasn't always so gender balanced.
No, at the beginning it was like many traditional things, only for men. But he is so open-minded, so if you are interested and even if you are a woman and you can do exactly the same as men do.
That's really a fantastic evolution that's happened
it was,
in the last 20-30 years. Just up the road in Akihabara, Tokyo's technology district, there is another expression of how taiko has evolved more recently. So right behind me you can see this taiko video game, Taiko no Tatsushin, which for about 20 years has been one of the most popular in arcades all around Japan. And as you can see, of course, you've got the 2 big taiko drums here, and the idea is to play along in time with the music and with kind of graphic notation on the screen. So I'm gonna give it a go, see how good I am at Taiko no Tatsushin. Surprisingly difficult.
A few moments later.
So my first go at Taiko no Tatsushin, epic fail to be honest, wasn't really great at it. It's so nuanced, but it's interesting because it includes both playing on the skin of the drum and on the rim of the drum, very much like traditional taiko. And certainly a lot of the little cartoons represent the different characters. We have the taiko dojo, you can see all the players, their costumes, the traditional Japanese costume dress. So it's so interesting to see this very modern phenomenon happening inspired by a very old tradition. I want to learn more about what preceded the taiko boom of the mid-20th century, and just a few metro stops away is another important and historic taiko hotspot. This is Miyamoto Unosuke Shoten, another iconic Tokyo spot founded in 1861. This is one of the first taiko makers here in Tokyo. Now today still selling bachi and taiko, manufacturing all kinds of traditional Japanese instruments. They even have a drum museum with drums from all around the world, including a range of different examples of historic taiko instruments. So this taiko drum is particularly special, from 1878, used in kabuki theatre, the classical theatre and music of Japan. So you can see it's very much like the modern taiko, and there's real vestiges of today's taiko in these drums that were used for kabuki such a long time ago. Delving back deeper into Japan's ancient history, many believe that taiko drums originally served military purposes, communicating messages across battlefields and intimidating opponents. While concrete evidence is scarce, the disciplined and code-like structure of taiko rhythms and their powerful sound certainly supports this assertion. And so my journey continues. I've travelled from the vibrant, rhythmical heart of Tokyo to the small city of秩父, a few hours to the northwest.秩父is famed for its festivals and rich traditions, and at the centre of its sonic landscape lies a style known as秩父Bayashi, a form revered for its complexity and for the discipline it demands of those who play it. Hidemitsu Arai has been playing taiko in秩父for almost 50 years and runs his own taiko group called秩父郷土会.
あくまでも自分たちは秩父郷土会っていう名前がついてるんで演奏グループを作って演奏してますけれども、あくまでもその中心はそのお祭りの時に出汁が出ますけど、そこで屋台町会で作ってる太鼓のグループ。
Every year on December 2nd and 3rd, the秩父Night Festival transforms the town. Massive floats, each weighing over 10 tons and adorned with rows of glowing lanterns, are carried through the streets towards the central Shinto shrine. Within these towering structures, taiko drums are played, a tradition that led to the evolution of the unique thesid, semi-supine drumming style, shaped by the drum's position within the floats.
秩父屋台林がなんで座って叩くかっていうのを詳しいことはこれもわからないんですけれども、秩父の出汁っていうのはね、傘鉾は土台の中で打ちます。下のね、座って打ちます。それから屋台の場合は上の間に襖があって、それで幕で覆われているところで畳がついてあったりしますけど、そこで演奏します。ですからやはり昔の日本の伝統は、座ってやるのが本来の姿なのかなとは思います。
The festival has been taking place for at least 300 years to honor and express gratitude to the deities that are enshrined in Chichibu Jinja Shrine, one of Japan's oldest shrines at over 2,100 years old.
秩父神社、主催神は矢心思いかねの御事です。この神様は昔日本神話で、天照大神という太陽の神様が岩戸に隠れてしまって世の中が暗くなってしまいました。そこでさて困ったものということで、この神様が日本全国の神様が集まって協議をして、岩戸の暗くなった岩戸の前で踊りを踊ったりワイワイすれば天照様が何だろうとこう戸を開けて。
Taiko drums are often present in many Shinto shrines. Shinto, which means the way of the gods, is Japan's native belief system and predates historical records. It highlights the connection between the Japanese land, its seasons, and the people who live there. For centuries, taiko drumming has been an essential part of the Shinto ceremony, with its rhythm and energy symbolizing the purification in these sacred rituals. In 1972, members of the taiko supergroup Ondo Koza visited Chichibu, spending just 1 week learning the traditional piece directly from the festival participants. On returning to Sado Island, where the group were then based, they adapted it for their future performances by speeding up the rhythms and introducing an exaggerated supine position to push the limits of their abdominal strength and intensify their performances. Whilst their interpretation is widely celebrated, and for very good reason, the modifications implemented are markedly different to the original, lacking the unique local nuances of the Chichibu tradition of taiko drumming.
そうですね、秩父の屋台囃子はやはり見せる太鼓ではないので祭り囃子ですよね。屋台や傘鉾の中で打つお囃子で、一人一人が打ち方が違いますよね。笛も吹き方が違うんですね。その中でもちろんテンポも違うしね、玉を使う人使わない人、荒鉢の人とかいろいろいて、それで成り立っていて、どの人がうまいとかどの人が名人、名人ってことはあるかもしれないけど、どの人がすごい上でどの人が下だって上下関係はないんですね。みんな平等なんです。
From the small towns and villages of Japan to bustling cities and far beyond, Japanese taiko has embarked on a global journey. The ensemble drumming style known as kumidaiko began to flourish internationally, particularly among the Japanese diaspora in North America during the 1960s and 70s. Though it's not a complete coincidence that I've come to Chichibu to meet Arai-san. His legacy extends beyond Chichibu and Japan through his daughter, Miki Grey, now living in Ireland, who has founded Kyoudokai Ireland, bringing the unique traditional form of Chichibu Yate Bayashi to Irish shores.
My father, he remembered that very first time this Chichibu Yate Bayashi was introduced to Sado Taiko team. He said he saw that moment in 1970. And then after that, spread all over the world. So I want to keep introducing this traditional Chichibu Yate Bayashi as I learned from my father. I think my mission is to let people know that's the difference between stage Chichibu Yate Bayashi and traditional Chichibu Yate Bayashi.
But what sets the traditional and contemporary styles of Yate Bayashi apart?
At the minute, there's a lot of Yate Bayashi sound, which is de. It's flat, but in Chichibu, traditional Chichibu Yate Bayashi, it's called teke 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 teke. That's very unique sound. Everybody says it's very difficult to do this teke 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 teke. Even my child says it's very difficult, but it's good to learn different, note, different sound, and then practice and practice and practice, and you can get it. Once you get it, that's you can perform Chichibu Yate Bayashi.
It was a chance encounter between Miki and Nobuko Ijichi, the visionary behind Dublin's EJ Taiko group, which became the catalyst that ignited the birth of Kyoudokai Irish chapter.
Miki-san just came to our performance one day in the Kildare. We actually did perform the Chichibu Yate Bayashi. So we just had a chat, and where are you from? And so she said, I'm from Chichibu. And I got so excited because I always wanted to do something authentic here in Ireland. And then now here, the authentic persons, in Ireland.
Nobuko founded the Experienced Japan Taiko team in 2010 with UCD students, and later grew to include Japanese Irish students from both secondary and primary schools.
Through the Taiko communities and Taiko activities here in Ireland, I'm very much enjoying to show my traditions, my passions, my spirit, and then also everything's authentic of myself. That's what I mean,
want to introduce people, even Ireland, UK, Europe, all over the world, want to introduce this traditional way. And then someday in the future, somebody who learned from me go to Japan or秩父even and says, oh, I know the traditional秩父Yataibayashi. That's my dream. Somebody go to Japan or秩父and say, I can perform秩父Yataibayashi. Traditional秩父Yataibayashi. At the same time, I want to pass my father's tradition on to my child. And I don't want to stop my father's秩父Kyoudokai just because I'm in Ireland. Even after he passed away someday in the future, I want to keep it and pass it to my child. And then my child can pass it to somebody. I want to continue next 50 years as my father did last 50 years. That's my dream. Yes. I'm kind of very emotional and start to cry, but
across generations and continents, the rhythms of taiko weave an unbroken thread, from Arai-san's mastery in Chichibu to Miki's dedication in Ireland, recently recognised by the Arts Council of Northern Ireland with a grant to purchase a Mio Daiko drum, just like the one her father plays. This tradition lives on, carrying not just music, but the soul of family and culture. In their hands, taiko's legacy endures, a timeless pulse connecting the past, present and future. The pulse of Tokyo beats a relentless rhythm. Everything seems to talk and chirp here and has its own sound. It can be daunting to start to peel back the layers of a tradition as old and as important as taiko drumming, which experienced a rebirth as the city grew exponentially after World War II. Amidst this urban symphony, I met Kaoly Asano, a taiko drumming virtuoso whose life echoes the city's own vibrant pulse. But beneath the surface of her electrifying style of performance lies a profound story of transformative healing through the ancient art of Japanese taiko drumming. Can the raw, primal energy of taiko truly heal? Join me as we delve into Kaoly's journey, a story of resilience, rediscovery, and the unexpected power of rhythm.
私が太鼓に出会ったのはもう30の時だから、もうすっかり大人になってからだったんだけど、もう私の人生の中のスペシャルな日だったんだけど、で小さい時はずっとその具合が悪くて、それこそ親たちは私があまり長生きできないんじゃないかって思ってたぐらいで、私も物心ついた時には自分の体とどう付き合っていいかわからない。
Kaoly undertook a journey of healing, first through yoga and a traditional vegetarian diet, and then onto breathwork, which led to the study of traditional Eastern medicine and becoming a practitioner of acupuncture.
そういう治療院をスタートしたんだけど、でも治療ってアプローチはどうしてもなんていうのかな、一方通行になっちゃうの。助けてっていうその一方通行。この人のこの命の中にある本当の力をボンって目覚めさせるには、私はすごく力が足りないなと思って、で一旦治療院を閉じてクローズしてね。
It was purely by chance after this shift in her life that a friend introduced Kaoly to taiko drumming, an introduction that would dramatically alter her life's course.
バチを持って太鼓の前に立った瞬間にその封印がバーって解けて、私ここに帰ってきた。で、私の命はこれを通してそのたくさんの人の命に関わることだったって思ったら、もう太鼓がこう打てたの。でそれが今から30数年前。
In 1997, Kaoly unleashed Goku, a taiko supergroup that quickly became a global force. Known for their virtuosic and free-spirited style, these drummers reimagined ancient rituals, creating a sound some called trance taiko. Goku challenged tradition, shattering stereotypes and forging a new future for taiko. Taiko traditionally is quite a masculine art form, and there's sort of a stereotype of it being a man's game, men playing taiko, six-packs, muscles and all of that. Were there any challenges that you faced as you moved into the world of taiko as a woman player?
これも本当にその私が太鼓に出会うまでのストーリーの中にちゃんと準備されてたんだけど、私は体が弱かったから運動だから体をこう鍛えるっていうことができなかった。でも私のアキュパンクチャーの治療の師匠マスターは私に教えてくれたことっていうのが、人間にはこの丹田っていうこう生命のエネルギーの本当に源、ここから命のエネルギーが湧き上がるっていう場所があって、太鼓に出会った瞬間にこういうことだって思う。バチを持って太鼓の前に私はこの丹田から動いて打つってことは、ここがはっはっはってもう丹田がこうずっとこうプッシュプッシュプッシュ and the energy come flow and the key energy through and then play the sound just energy、でそのことに太鼓に出会った時に気がついて、これはなんていうのかな、音そのものがもう命のエネルギーになるし、こう私が知ってる太鼓って確かにこう力で私にそれはできないけど、でも私はこの自分の体が知ってるこの打ち方っていうのがこの太鼓のこの音っていうのをもう本当にエネルギーにしてふわーって広げるっていうことを分かってる。だからなんていうのかな、伝統的な太鼓にみたいに打てなくてもそれは OK だなと思った。
Kaoly's vision that taiko could empower people found its expression in Tawu, her community taiko dojo. Meaning road or path, Tawu welcomes everyone, regardless of background, offering a truly unique taiko experience unlike any other.
練習の最初の約30分間は部屋を真っ暗にして、で最初の30分はただただシンプルにこう連打を打つ、っていうことを毎回の練習の最初にやってる。でその時間っていうのは一日例えば仕事をして家事をしてで夜この太鼓に来てでふーって疲れてるみんながその太鼓を打つ前にちょっと一回心と体をこうリラックスして、ふーでこう集中して、でもう一つは自分と自分のmind and soul and body がコネクトつながる時間で、あとこう天とこっちとつながる時間、でなんかそれはきっとこうやっぱりどうしても私って頭で考えてこう打ったりとか、あと誰かのこう目を気にする、今私はちゃんとやれてるかなとか間違ってるかなとかってなんか どうしても人の目を気にしちゃうけど真っ暗にするからお互い何も見えない。その人のこう目を意識せずにひたすらこう音の中にこうみんなでこう入っていく。
And it's so brilliant to hear you talk about the breathing and embodying that feeling and getting the feeling right in order to get the rhythm right. When the breath flows, the rhythm flows.
なんかその土台を作るこうベースを作るための時間がその最初の30分だなと思って。
Blending tradition with bold innovation, Kaoly's work through Goku and Tawu has drawn devoted followers from across the globe, among them a dedicated apprentice named Emily Harada.
So I started Taiko when I was 7 years old. I'm actually Japanese American, and it's always been a dream of mine to study Taiko in Japan, but I never found the right sensei or the right feeling that I was like, yes, it's time to go, until I met Kaoly-san. Taiko, and this is what Kaoly-san says too, is that Taiko isn't just drums. It would be a shame to just say it's just drums, but there's something deeper to it, right? It's almost like the soul or the heartbeat of not just the Japanese people, but the people that play it and enjoy it. We all have a heartbeat no matter where you're from, so that's what makes it so universal and appealing, I think. And so for me, keeping that in mind, I thought philosophy and the reason and the depth was really important. Not just, looks, sound, appearance. Of course, that's important too, but there's this depth that can't be put into words. That's also very critical.
And it's almost spiritual, isn't it?
Yes.
Almost in the approach and the philosophy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say almost. It is spiritual, and there is a philosophy component. Exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
Definitely. And here we have some Goku Taiko drums. These aren't like regular Taiko drums, are they? They're different.
Yeah, exactly. They're different. So this is like the Tao Dojo specific drum. And so with this one, this is made out of cow hide, as with the shime. We call this oke and shime. So with the oke, usually you have two heads, but with this one, you have an empty side. And so what's special about this? Can I have you hold this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what's special about this drum is you can put another drum inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it heavy?
No,
it's okay?
No, it's
okay.
fine.
I'm gonna keep going. You can then put another drum inside. Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. And then you can put.
Amazing.
It's usually a smaller shime, but for this, it's okay. You put this inside. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay. And then.
I'm pretending at least that I'm good.
Okay. One more.
Oh my gosh. Not the bigger one. I'm starting to wobble.
And then you put this one on top. But let's stop so
my
you
God.
can let go.
Cut the camera! Cut the camera! Wow.
Sorry.
That's so funny.
We can put it down.
Brilliant. So this means that you can have very large groups of people because you can transport so many of the drums.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's so special. It allows so many people, not just in Tokyo, but in other parts of Japan, a chance to play taiko. And that's what makes this one so special.
Yes.
If it's not the ability to just get the good vibrations from things that are made out of nature, it's the ability to connect and play with a bunch of people and to let stress go, to become present, and to make something and create something together.
This is the best cure for jet lag I could possibly think. My body wants to go to sleep, but the drums want to keep me going. Keep drinking water, keep moving, keep playing. That's all I can say. Kaoly-san,
Yes.
we have this ancient tradition of taiko, reimagined in the middle of the 20th century. Looking ahead, the next 1,000 years, where can we imagine the tradition takes us next?
もっと自由になっていくだろうし、もっと人のエネルギーを開くためのこの音っていうのも、この太鼓が持つそのエネルギーが周波数っていうものが人に響いていくと何が起きるかっていうことを多分もっとみんな気がつき始める。その形を守ることじゃなくて、もっと人の中から溢れ出してくるもの、それを太鼓は引き出してくれる。そのことにもっとみんなが気がつき始める。で、それをもっと生かし始める。それが太鼓の未来だと思う。
This is taiko, the spirit of taiko, the magic of taiko. It's like everyone brings their own little piece of energy to the magic. Oh, it's so good. So good. Arigatou gozaimasu. Despite taiko feeling increasingly like a global tradition, its authentic roots here in Japan are what inspired me to make this film. I had the privilege to meet with Mr. Akitoshi Asano, a man whose family legacy is deeply woven into the very drums that define this art form.
太鼓の歴史としたら長い歴史は一応ありますけど、本格的に太鼓を作り出したのは私の親の親ですから3代前。
Akitoshi Asano is part of the legendary Asano dynasty of drum makers, inheriting traditional Japanese drum crafting techniques that have been passed down since 1609. Over the course of his life, he has become one of the most influential figures in modern taiko culture. Beyond his central role in drum manufacturing, he has dedicated himself to cultivating the art form, and few individuals have contributed more to the evolution of taiko, particularly in tracing how the drum transitioned from ceremonial and temple use to the dynamic world of stage performance.
で、なぜ舞台太鼓になるかというと、その1970年前まではどの太鼓チームも組太鼓でも演奏時間が3分から5分ぐらいでした。それをオンデゴザはいきなり演奏時間を10分15分というような長い曲を作り出した。そこから急激に世の中変わっていったわけ。
It was a significant cultural moment overseas, one that interestingly helped reignite interest within Japan itself. In 1976, Seiji Ozawa, the renowned conductor and musical director of the Boston Symphony Orchestra, led a groundbreaking performance of Mono Prism, a powerful composition for taiko drums and orchestra by Japanese composer Miki Grey. The bold fusion of Western symphonic tradition and Japanese drumming made a deep impression internationally, and its success resonated back home, sparking a new wave of interest in taiko within Japan.
約1万チームができた。要は各村々に太鼓チームができたり、それで一気に日本の太鼓は ステータスが上がっていったけども、やはりどのチームも曲の長さが舞台で演奏する2時間半のコンサートはまだできなかった。その関係で郷土芸能からやがて舞台芸能へと進化していった。やがてオンデコから鼓動、林英哲あたりが出てきて、どんどん太鼓を進化させていった。でそれが日本の太鼓文化を作るきっかけになった。
During the taiko boom of the 70s, 80s and 90s, many large groups were formed and reformed, with some of the most well-known being Ondokoza and Kodo. But as I continue my journey into the tradition, I became increasingly curious about what was emerging now, the new voices, the next generation, and the innovative approaches reshaping the art form. That curiosity led me to Matoi no Kai, an exceptional group of young taiko players led by Shunichiro Kamiya, himself a former member of both Drum Tao and Kodo, and now one of the most respected and forward-thinking performers in Japan.
今までの諸先輩方はやっぱりこの革命をどんどん起こしていったと思ってるんです。例えばお祭りでしかお祭りのイメージだった太鼓を、オンデコザ、コード、シダラ、タオとかっていういわゆる、40年50年前ぐらいに発足した太鼓チームはいわゆる脇役だったこの和太鼓を舞台に上げて主役にしたんですよね。これってすごく大きな革命だと思っていて、ですごく衝撃を与えたと思うんです。で今はその惰性といいますか、それのなんかこう真似事みたいな感じで僕たちの世代は来てるっていうふうに思っているんです。太鼓のイメージめっちゃ変わるっていうような作品を作っていきたいんです。
That vision lies at the heart of Matoi no Kai, a group that isn't just about performance, but about connection. Whilst their playing is world class, they are technically not a professional ensemble. Instead, the focus is on building a community, a space where taiko players of all backgrounds can interact, exchange ideas, and grow together, regardless of whether they are professional or amateur. It's a fresh and inclusive approach to tradition, one that's shaping the future of taiko from the ground up.
僕としてはいくつかあるうちの中でもちろんコラボレーションとか作品を作っていく、いろんなこと大切なんですけど、音楽とか芸術だけじゃなくてもっと例えば日常生活とかに取り入れていけるぐらいのものになったらいいなって思うんです。例えば歯磨きをするとか掃除をするとか洗濯をするとか、そういう日常生活の中に太鼓が入ってくる。例えば健康といわゆるなんていうんですかね、健康寿命を伸ばすためにこういう体のいわゆるいつまでも元気でいられるようなエクササイズをするために太鼓をするとか。やっぱり次の世代のことをきちんと考えた上で活動していく必要があるっていうのは思っています。どういうことかというと、それはやっぱりこう年齢を重ねて、例えば60歳70歳になった時に子どもたちのことを今これからプロを目指していくこのことを考える方々はたくさんいらっしゃると思うんですけど、じゃなくて今この30代、40代この一番勢いがある時にきちんと次の世代のこととかを考えた活動をちゃんとしていった方がいいかなっていうふうに自分の中では思っています。
The creation of Matoi no Kai was a collaboration between Shunichiro and his wife Yui, who herself has a lifelong connection to taiko and its culture.
Matoi no Kai is a gathering of taiko enthusiasts, mainly in their 20s and 30s. And we have about 30 members that come from Aichi, Osaka, Shiga, Shizuoka, Mie, and all over the prefecture that just comes together for the same passion for taiko. Taiko in Japanese, by definition, is just drums. But to me, because I grew up in Los Angeles, taiko is part of the Japanese culture, something that as myself as a Japanese descent am proud of as an art form that is rapidly growing. And to me, taiko is most importantly about the community and the people that are playing it, around it, watching it, just the people that are surrounding that taiko drum is what taiko means to me.
And that for me is what makes Matoi no Kai so unique. It's the deep sense of connection between its members, a true community bound not just by rhythm, but by mutual respect, openness and shared purpose.
僕は普段は別の本職仕事をしながら、休みの日だったりとか仕事終わりに趣味というかっていう形で太鼓に携わっています。普通の太鼓チームであれば全員同じ衣装で同じ打ち方で演奏すると思うんですけど、Matoi no Kaiはみんなそれぞれ別のチームから集まっているので衣装も違うし叩き方も違うけど太鼓が好きという思いで気持ちが一つになって演奏しているというところが他のチームとは違うところかなと思っています。
太鼓打ちになるには、太鼓が好きという気持ちだけで十分だと僕は思っております。太鼓打ちだから、こんな技術がなければならないとか、こういうことができないといけないというわけではなくて、純粋に心から太鼓が好きという気持ちがあれば誰でも太鼓打ちになれると僕は思っております。
The taiko that I know has been around for the last 50 years. 50. It's not too long. And I feel like within 50 years it became this really global phenomenon. Almost everywhere you go you would see a taiko group. And I think that's a huge, rapidly growing culture, art form. And so when you think about that, I can see it more grand. I can see it becoming more part of everybody's daily lives, not just Japanese people, but it can be becoming something that can help people of all ages for their mental, with their physical well-being, and not just the musical instrument, not just the hobby, but something more than that.
Hearing that, I'm reminded of everything this journey has revealed, that taiko is becoming something more than just performance, even more than tradition. It's a living force which brings people together and lifts their spirits, and finding its place in daily life far beyond Japanese shores. Who knows what the future holds for taiko, but I'm excited to see it and hear it wherever it goes next. Hey guys, thank you for checking out Waves of Thunder, my journey into the world of Japanese taiko. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you might consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. You can click right over here for more documentaries and tutorials. You can give this video a thumbs up, you can even share it with a friend. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for checking it out, and hopefully see you in the next one. All the best.